2024, very exciting. I made the coffee. Of course I did. I'm in a hotel room that I booked this about 3 months ago. Things get expensive in Tucson because a lot of snowbirds come in and it's the holidays. So I wanted to get a good price right now. Yeah. So, hey, I got a question for you. Who do you think you are? Huh? Who do you think you are? Well, who do I think I am? You know, I want to talk about who we are, how we vision ourselves. If we're going to make changes, we have to make changes on who we see ourselves as. What we hold in our head, we hold in our hand. I've said that many times, and I'm sure, and I wasn't the first one that thought of it, okay? I forget where I heard it, but what we hold in our head, we hold in our hand. So let's kind of look at how we see ourselves. Because what happens is the software up here is gonna determine what we do. It's our subconscious mind. It's gonna determine how we act, how we behave, and how we go forth into the future. Because we're carrying a vision, we're carrying an ideal going into the future. If we, just example, if we think that, well, let's take this, and if we think we're not good at math, we're not going to be good at math. So our body and our mind is going to respond to our thoughts. So if you don't think that you're good at math, and you've been saying that, and I hear people say that all the time, oh, I'm not good with numbers. Really? Well, get good with numbers, because numbers are cool. You know, the whole world is made up of numbers, equations, and yeah. Even in scripture, they were, Noah's supposed to build the ark, blah, 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 right? The temple was supposed to be built, blah, 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 with different dimensions. Numbers are important. The depth of the ocean, the height of, to get a rocket to go off, satellites to go up. Okay, so that was just an example. I want you to say, if you have been saying you're not good at math, I want you to start saying, I'm very good with math. I love working with numbers. Eventually, your subconscious mind will go, oh, well, okay. The square root of blah, blah, blah is blah, 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 right? Yeah. Numbers are cool. And I am good with math. I've always said I was good with math. So who do you think you are? I know who I think I am, but if I want to make some changes, I have to change who I think I am. I have to do that, and so do you. You have to do that. Are you ready to do that? How are we going to do that? Well, I can get out of sync with how I think that I am. I can get out of sync, and I have to pull myself back, which is what I'm doing right now in this year. But I'm in fact, this morning when I woke up here, I started getting myself ready for that. Vision, through visualization, you need to vision who you are. Now, we all vision who we are. We do it every day. We look in the mirror and we say, and we say we have this little inner dialogue going on. Well, I am this, and I don't do well with this, and I'm good at this, and no, I don't, that's impossible. I know that I'm this way. And we did talk about weight. Okay, weight. I don't normally have mirrors in my minivan, okay? But this morning I was looking in the mirror, naked. I know. I was naked. And of course, I'm the only one here. Let's hope there's no cameras around, but even if there are, who cares, maybe I should care, but I don't know, that doesn't really, whatever. They have to answer to somebody on that one, because I don't have a clue if there's cameras around. And I'm not going to go around like a spy. I remember I Spy, the two spies, black and white. I know. They had these big, long noses. I Spy. They were always, one would hurt the other, and then the other, and then they both get hurt. Yeah, okay. Random. Okay, so, yeah, and I was looking around, and so I saw what I saw, and I saw, okay, so I did an assessment. So now I'm going to visualize what I want, how I want that to tighten up. I want to tighten this up. I want to tighten that up. Yeah, I want to do that because we can. Now, mom of 11, you asked a question. I think it was a couple weeks ago. You said, because I was talking about the stomach, getting that stomach tight. Yeah, and I'm working on it. I mean, it's working. Well, getting that done. And you said, but then somebody mentioned to me, they said, well, come on, Lee. I mean, you've had 4 children and it's never going to go back the way that it was. Well, I totally disagree. Because I know there are bodybuilders out there who are senior citizens, and they're working it. Mom of 11, Happy New Year. You said, well, I've had 11 children. Is there any hope for me? And I think you were saying it kind of like sarcastically, or, like in a funny way. Do you think there's any? Yes, I do. I do. I honestly do. Of course, we can transform ourselves. We have that ability. We definitely can. I mean, even if we know that scientifically, medically, that let's just say you are, I've heard of people healing themselves through the power of vision. And a lot of people have. They've increased. I remember my hearing was getting a little bit off and I wasn't hearing as well as I thought that I could. I started saying, my hearing is perfect. I have excellent hearing. And I'm not kidding. My hearing has definitely improved. And this was like 12 years ago. My hearing has improved so much. I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah, I do believe that we can heal ourselves. Now, if you haven't healed yourself and you have something going on, of course, I'm not saying, well, you're lazy and you should do that. I'm not even gonna go there, but I know what the possibilities are. And I do know that you can change, if you're an adult diabetic, I think it's type 2 diabetes, change your diet. You can heal yourself. People do it all the time. You have to lose weight, you have to lose excess fat, and you have to change your diet, okay? And then you can get off of insulin. Now, I'm not going to encourage anybody to do it without their doctor, but a doctor is going to discourage you because they want you on insulin because they want you to buy pharmaceuticals, okay? But look it up. Get on the internet and look that up. Put healing type 2 diabetes. There's going to be a billion things that come up. Oh, yeah. We can transform ourselves just by changing the narrative inside our mind. And we can do that by visualization. Now, I'm not saying you just lay down. Lay down in the morning before you get up and just lay there and run through. You don't even need an app for that, or words or some app that's going to guide you through, although you could. But you can just lay there, and I want you to visualize what you want to look like. I want you to visualize what you want in life. I want you to visualize, seriously, not this is how I'm going to look. I want you to visualize this is how I look. It has to be in present tense now. This is what I look like. When you start seeing yourself in your mind, this is what I look like. This is how I am. This is what I have. It's just gonna happen. Now, I know a lot of people call this manifestation. I know that some people have mentioned about that one, that documentary called The Secret. And a lot of you have said that's not scriptural, okay? But I do know this, Hebrews 11, 1-3. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. For by it the elders obtained a good testimony. By faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. So they're made of words. They're made of, you say this in your mind, and you can say words in your mind. If you say these things in your mind, you have not because you ask not. You must believe it. That's the thing. So how are you going to believe it? You think, well, that's impossible. How do I believe that? Through repetition, through habit. If you do this over and over and over and over, you are going to, well, you can say manifest it. It's going to happen. This is how the worlds were created, by the word. Yeah. This is how it all happened. Right. I mean, even if you're not a believer, I mean, you do understand that we create things by, first they happen. I always say everything's been created twice. First up here, then here, out in the material world. In the material world, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this encouragement. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you have any thoughts about this, comment below. Yesterday, I talked about the Nomad vision board. Now, a lot of you said, well, that's interesting to use pictures, and I never thought of doing a vision. I'm not saying this is the reason I call it a Nomad vision board. I coined that phrase myself because as nomads, we can't have the usual vision boards that we put up in the hallway or these big boards that we put up that we can walk by and we're putting there's pictures of what we want and words. And no, the vision, and I don't have it with me, it's out in my van, but the Nomad vision board is because we have to be minimal. We have to scale things down. So that's why I said, this is like our Nomad vision board. It's like a vision board. Now, if you want to put little stickers on it or something like that, but basically you're putting the words you're creating through words, and you're going over them daily in the morning. Now, in the morning, that's why I say do it in the morning or right before bed. Our subconscious mind is more, we're like, there's like alpha waves and delta waves and beta waves and things in our brain, okay? Now, when we are, and I didn't research this before I did this, so forgive me on that. I kind of forget. Maybe it's the gamma waves, maybe. But don't quote me on that. But as we are coming out of sleep, we're sort of in a world between subconscious and conscious mind. And here's where the magic happens, because our conscious mind has access to down here. As I said, you can like lift it up and look at it. It has access to influence our subconscious mind. And so in the morning, that you're the in-between stage, right? And so you can alter this down here, which is necessary to make changes, to make paradigm shifts in your life. You need to work on what's going on down here that is really determining like over 75% of your life, your belief systems, your thoughts, how you look, what you say, who you bring into your life. Yeah. So it's pretty heavy stuff, and it's pretty exciting stuff, isn't it? I mean, a lot of this stuff has already been proven. Here's the thing, like Joe Dispenza said this, we know it's capable. We know it's there. Now in our world, in this era, we want to know how we can use it. How can we use it and effectively make big changes, right? And get on a higher vibration level instead of here, or oh, God forbid that you're way down here, but you want to be way up here with higher thinking. I love you guys. Hey, listen, I want to thank all of you. Seriously, I want to thank you for being with me all this year, 2023. 2023 was a very interesting year. I could say it was horrible. It wasn't horrible. No, there were good things happened. There were some interesting things happen that literally made me in my face, and I had to look at myself. I had to look at people. I had to look at it. It was a real paradigm shift for me, 2023. And I'm glad. I really am glad. I'm grateful for it. I really am. And I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for you too. You've been with me this whole time. And now I can move into 2024, right? And with new information, new faith, new belief system. And it has made me a little bit more less naive, and it has made me a little bit more choosy. I'm a little bit more. I'm going to be very, very choosy. People are not going to be able to get close and come into my world unless I can kind of verify a little bit more on who you are and what are your intentions. I hate to say that, but I think I probably should have done that all along, just to have been a little bit more, but I'm just more open and more the hippie, more free-spirited, love all. You can really get zapped by people. You really can. And then I have mentioned that it's a little bit different when people do recognize you. And I have realized twice this year that, and maybe more, even maybe 3 years ago, who are these people and what are their intentions and why? Why do they want to get close to me? I'm not saying I'm this big celebrity, but I am saying, why do they want to get close to me? I think over 2023, they proved that they don't always have good intentions. No, they don't. And I haven't really come across, well, the one I did, I knew what that was all about. I finally realized it was all about money and and to get help. But the next one, I'm not really sure about that one. But I know they weren't good intentions. I know that now. I did, you gotta listen to the little man in there, the little woman, gotta listen to that little voice in there. Something did I don't know, but let's give it a try. And this was right after the first problem. So, first time, shame on them. Second time, shame on me. Yeah, I'm going to vet. That was the word. I'm going to vet just a little bit more closely. I love you guys. As far as Quartzsite, not sure about that yet. Well, I do think I'm going to be there. I just don't know when. And I appreciate you guys. And if you are there, Happy New Year, everybody. I love you guys so much. Let's see. I got neck gaiters on minivanlee.com. And I've got some jewelry. Oh, yeah. I've got jewelry on there. And I've got the sunglasses. And I've got gifts. If you want to give me a gift this year, it's there. I get 100% of everything. I really do. And let's see what else. Oh, I got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way, on Amazon. Okay, till tomorrow. Let's talk more about this motivation thing. Let's get going. Let's change our lives. Let's make our dreams come true. So who do you think you are? Well, let's see. Let's see who you think you are. Go over your list of things that you want to, your goals, and start making it happen. Yeah. Bye, everybody.